I still remember the exact moment everything changed. I had seen futuristic bikes before on the internet, in concept videos, even in sci-fi movies, but nothing prepared me for what I was about to experience that day. Standing right in front of me was something that did not just look different, it felt different. It did not feel like a machine. It felt like the future, and that future had a name, the BMW Vision. Next 100 from a distance, it looked unreal. The body was smooth, almost like a single piece of flowing metal. There were no visible mechanical parts, no exposed engine, no aggressive structure like traditional motorcycles. Instead, it had this clean, minimal, almost organic design. Thin, glowing lines ran across its body, giving it a living, breathing appearance. The wheels looked solid and futuristic, not like normal rubber tires, and the strangest part, it was standing upright without any stand. Right there, I knew this was not normal. As I walked toward it, I felt something unusual. It might sound strange, but it felt like the bike was aware of my presence. There was a kind of silent confidence in the way it stood there. No noise, no vibration, no movement. Just still and perfectly balanced. I reached out and touched it. The surface felt premium. Smooth and slightly warm, as if energy was flowing through it. At that moment, I realized, this is not just a bike, this is a system sitting on it. The first shock, I carefully sat on the bike. Anyone who has ever ridden a motorcycle knows this moment. There is always a slight imbalance. You adjust your feet, hold the handle, stabilize yourself. But here nothing. The bike did not tilt, did not move, did not react. It just stayed perfectly upright. That is when it hit me. This bike literally cannot fall. And honestly, that was the first moment I realized I was not ready for what was coming next. I slowly twisted the throttle, no loud engine roar, no vibration, just a smooth, silent movement forward. It felt like gliding rather than riding, even at very low speeds where most bikes feel unstable. This one remained perfectly balanced. I tried going slower, almost stopping, still stable. No need to put my feet down. It completely removed one of the biggest fears riders have, losing balance. This is where things got serious. The self-balancing system is not just a feature, it is a revolution. Normally, balance depends entirely on the rider, but here the bike takes care of it for you. Whether you are moving, slowing down, or completely stopped, the bike keeps itself upright. This changes everything. Beginners can ride without fear. Traffic becomes easier to handle. Accidents due to imbalance are nearly eliminated. For the first time, I felt like the bike was supporting me instead of me controlling it. The AI companion, the invisible guide. As I gained confidence and increased speed, something even more incredible happened. A digital interface appeared right in front of my eyes, not on the bike, but in my vision. That is when I realized I was experiencing the smart glasses system. Started showing real-time data speed navigation road conditions, but more importantly, it started reacting to me. When I took a turn a little too fast, a warning appeared. When I pushed the speed slightly higher than safe, I felt a subtle resistance. It was not controlling me, but it was guiding me, like an invisible assistant that knew exactly what I needed. As I continued riding, the experience became something I had never felt before. There was no engine noise, just a soft electric hum. The ride was incredibly smooth, no jerks, no harsh vibrations. Every turn felt natural. The bike frame slightly adjusted during turns, almost bending with the motion. It felt like the bike was working with me, not against me. At that moment, I stopped thinking about technology. I just enjoyed the ride speed without fear. I decided to push it further, faster and faster. Normally, speed comes with tension. You feel the risk. Your body tightens, but here it felt different. The AI system continuously monitored everything. My speed, road conditions, my movements. At one point, I pushed beyond a safe limit. The bike did not stop me, but it warned me clearly instantly. That subtle feedback made me slow down. And that is when I realized, this bike does not just move fast. It keeps you safe while doing it. One of the most impressive things about this bike is that it is fully electric, no petrol. no emissions, no noise pollution, and yet the performance is incredible. Acceleration is instant, smooth, and powerful. It proves something important. The future of speed does not need noise, it needs intelligence. Even while riding, I notice people stopping and staring. This bike does not just perform differently, it looks like nothing else on the road. The glowing lines, the smooth curves, the silent movement. It feels like something from another world. There is no aggression in its design, just elegance, just precision, just the future at this point. One question naturally comes to mind. How much would something like this cost? Since this is a concept bike, it does not have an official price, but based on its advanced technology, AI systems, self-balancing mechanism, and futuristic materials, experts estimate that if it ever goes into production, it could cost $80,000 to $150,000, which is roughly 2 to 4 crore Pakistani rupees. Yes, it is expensive, but when you look at what it offers, it is not just a bike, it is a complete transformation of riding. And as technology evolves, these features may eventually become more affordable. After riding it for a while, I slowly came to a stop, or at least I tried to, because even when I stopped, the bike stayed upright, perfectly balanced. That is when reality hit me. This bike is not available in the market yet. It is a concept, a vision of what the future could look like. But here is the interesting part. Many of its features already exist in early forms. Today, electric bikes are real, AI safety systems are real, smart displays are real. This bike just combines them all and takes them to the next level. As I stepped off the bike, I looked back at it, and for a moment, everything felt quiet, not because it was silent, but because it felt meaningful. This was not just a ride, it was an experience. It felt like the bike understood me, like it adapted to me, like it was more than just a machine. When I first saw this bike, I thought it would just be another futuristic concept. But after riding it, I realized I was completely wrong. This was not just a bike from 2050. This was a glimpse into a future where machines think, protect, and evolve with us, a future where riding is not dangerous but intelligent. A future where fear is replaced by confidence. And honestly, I was not ready for that. If this is what the future of motorcycles looks like, then the future is not far away, and when it arrives, everything will change. So tell me, would you trust an AI bike that cannot fall? Comment your thoughts below and hit subscribe if you love future machines.